Hey Michilliganders, it's update time. So grab your mug and come hang out with me as we swing into what's new with Michilligan 2025. Let's get going. Look who I found in the woods, guys. Who are you, sir?
This is Tom Sawyer, and I'm Joshua Hazel, and we are your food coordinators for the Michilligan. Yeah.
So what is a food coordinator?
I'll be helping with the logistics of all the meals, and lately I've been building a pantry list based off of some ideas that I've been thinking about since last year's hang. Last year was my first Michilligan hang that I ever got to go to, and it was pretty fun, but we didn't have a food coordinator. When the group was asking for help in that area, I thought it'd be a fun thing for me to be a part of. I love cooking in the woods and mastering my skills, so I thought it would just be a fun opportunity to help further my fun camping experiences, and so far it's been a lot of fun to think.
How long have you been hammock camping?
I started hammock camping with my Uncle Andy and my dad. It must have been 15 years now. We used to go down the Manistee River and the Asable River, take our dogs. Tom, I don't know if he's been on one of our adventures. Yeah, you're only 4 years old. You might have missed out on a lot of it. It's a really fun way for me to travel from national park to national park, where I would just hop on a flight. I would have my hammock, and I would rent a car and drive to a national park, hang between a couple trees and get a nap or some sleep, and then go on my way. And it was a good way to pack light and small. It's been a fun time of hammocking.
So you said last year was your first year. What did you think about your first year?
Oh, it was a blast. It was my second hammock event, I think. My first one was HangCon in Florida, and then shortly after that, or no, it was almost a year later after that then, we did the Michilligan, and it was fun. Went on a hike and went down to the river, and that was probably the day I got to relax the most, because the first couple days I was helping out my dad with the hang tight shop.
You had 3 dogs with you last time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I brought Tom and Finn the first night. I think Megan's planning on coming this year, so we'll probably all be in attendance this year.
So let's get into what you're doing this year for 2025 and our special Deca Hang 10-year anniversary this year. What's going on that we can expect?
We're gonna have a nice time frame, which I think will be really nice for everybody for each of the meals, so that whether you eat early in the morning or later in the evening, there'll be a good amount of time for everyone to come through and eat. I worked with my sister this year and built out a menu of the different meals that we're going to be having for the Deca Hang this year. This whole event drives off of the people coming together and collaborating to make the meals happen, and that was what drove my idea to create a menu, was to just give us that direction of, so when it comes to each of those meals on the menu, people can really make it their own.
All right, so let's just take a minute and go through the menu. What is going on Friday?
On Friday, we'll kick it off with an oatmeal buffet. And what that'll be is oatmeal with a variety of ingredients to make your creation. There's a lot of different things you can add into oatmeal, and I think it'll be a fun opportunity for us to test some things out.
Bring your favorite toppings, and maybe it's something nobody else has tried out.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And there will be coffee, right?
And there will be coffee.
For those that don't know, last year we had a kind of a coffee crisis. So how are we going to deal with that this year, though?
We found Banquet coffee makers. I think it makes like 50 cups.
Yeah.
And we got 2 of them.
Yeah.
7 a.m. the coffee will be the first thing made.
If you need coffee before we actually open coffee, you can bring your own coffee maker.
Let me tell you what.
They will wake up early.
That's true.
So that was for breakfast. What else is going on Friday?
I thought it'd be a great idea for us to do sack lunches, which is something we don't always do. But as our deca hang, I just thought it'd be something special to let people come, build a lunch to go, and run off and go on your adventures.
And even if you don't, want to run off and go somewhere, just grabbing a sandwich and sitting by the fire, or taking a sandwich to your hammock.
And then at night, UGQ is sponsoring our Friday dinner with hot dogs. It's a really fun night, Friday night. It's our first night all coming together.
So that's Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday is our big day.
The most exciting. So it's important to start with a hearty meal. And Fancy Nancy, not only is he coming to the Michiligan this year, but he's going to host a whole breakfast. And he came up with this idea, and I loved it. It was a best biscuit competition, and he will make the sausage gravy for us.
Yeah, if y'all don't know who Fancy Nancy is, if you've been to HangCon, you've definitely met him. He's a hoot.
And we will be hosting a best biscuit competition.
Which we'll talk about the best biscuit competition here in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm really interested in is what's going on for lunch.
So for lunch on Saturday, we will be making walking tacos.
So you're talking about just like little bags?
Yep, the Frito bags, the single pack snack bag. Really, you can bring anything you want for these walking tacos. So we'll get some beef brown and season with some taco seasoning. Kind of create your own. Again, there'll be some shredded cheese, some lettuce, onion, tomato, guacamole. I actually got the idea because we do a tour on Saturday where we all walk around the whole campground and everyone gets to showcase their gear.
So you're doing it to coincide with the hammock tour?
Yep, because it's
awesome.
it's a walkabout and it's a walking taco. So that's
great.
how my brain makes connections.
You know what? It's efficient. I'm really looking forward to that one. So after lunch, we could talk about what's going on Saturday evening. And this is what gave Michiligan its name.
What we're all here for. Saturday evening will be the chili cook-off. And the crowd goes wild.
If y'all could only see Joshua around throwing his hands in the air and doing a celebratory dance.
Yes.
We love the chili cook-off.
It is what we all are about in Michigan, is the chili.
Chili's always been a part of this hang. People would just bring chili, and it's become even a bigger deal. So to finish it off real quick is Sunday.
Is departure day. We'll do one meal. We'll do a breakfast, and it'll be another oatmeal buffet.
And use up whatever's left over.
And it'll just be a use up what's left.
Simple and true. That works. So what should someone expect with the chili cook-off?
There's going to be a fierce competition. Some of the best chili cookers in the nation. I think we're I think we got people competing out of state. And we will have a couple different categories: a traditional chili and a non-traditional chili.
The traditional chili has to be tomato based, have meat in it, have beans, and
chili powder.
So if your chili has all four of those ingredients, it's considered traditional. If you're missing even one of those ingredients, it would be considered non-traditional. So if someone wanted to sign up for the chili cook-off, what's the best way to do that?
It is on the registration form. After you registered, if you change your mind and you want to compete, then you can make edits to your registration.
All you have to do in order to make any edits to your registration is go to the email that was sent to you once you completed your registration and click on the link to update your response. And when you update your response, we'll immediately see that. So any kind of, not just for the chili, but any kind of edits you need to make to your registration, you can do it that way. Okay, so that's how you register. They know what kind of chili that goes into it. So do they need to make it beforehand, or is there going to be equipment there for them to make it at the hang?
So the 3 stoves and some coals will all be available.
you can prep it, make it beforehand and bring it, warm it up on site. If you want to challenge yourself, we all learn by the experience of it. So getting out and cooking it on site, I think, is probably going to be your best bet at winning.
I believe most, if not all, of the people last year made it on site.
Yeah.
I mean, chime in the comments if you participated and you made it at home. But yeah, that's what I believe people had done. One more thing about the chili cook-off, maybe two. So there's a spot in the registration that asks for the name of your chili. Now I know not all people have a specific name for their chili, but that doesn't mean that you have to have George's chili or whatever. It's more of what is the core flavor or core theme of your chili. Do we know what the prize will be, or is that still a surprise?
Surprise? Well, if they won for the first year ever, they will get a lanyard. If it is a reoccurring year of winning, they will be able to add to their lanyard a pin of success.
That's awesome. And then I believe you get a little certificate for it, so you can put that on your wall and show off.
Show it to your mother so she'll finally be proud.
Exactly. So yeah, that's awesome. If you have any questions about the chili cook-off, just drop them in the comments, and we'll get Josh to answer them for you. So
yes, I am all about the group engagement. I really want to hear from you. Like I know there are people out there interested in the cooking experience, so I want to get to know you and have fun and have a great weekend with you.
And to finish it off real quick is the Best Biscuit competition, because Fancy Nancy's making gravy for us. The Best Biscuit competition is completely new to Michigan. So how is this going to work?
So everyone who wants to compete can either bring their biscuits that they pre-made, or we can cook them together. I plan on cooking some biscuits, and we'll start cooking them at 7 a.m. I don't think it'll take too terribly long to get them all fresh and ready. We'll drink some coffee. We'll kind of learn how the Dutch ovens work and cooking together.
It might be a good idea to go ahead and pre-make and maybe freeze my dough. And then once I get there, like, it'll thaw as you're there. Then when you get ready to cook it, it's ready to cook.
Exactly.
So that's an option if you don't want to.
You're already thinking like a competitor.
Yeah. Yeah. I will not be competing in that. I will be enjoying judging.
Well, those that do compete stand a chance to win.
Oh
And
yeah, what are they gonna win?
the winner will get some skin in the game for the raffle, which I
Ooh.
think is going to be pretty huge this year. I'm excited about this year's raffle. I think anyone that follows the Michigan Facebook group is keeping up to date with all the different vendors that are excited to help us raise money for our local North Country Trail chapter.
So you said that you're gonna be getting some skin in the game. So you mean raffle tickets?
Raffle tickets will be awarded to the winner of the Best Biscuit competition.
That's awesome. So the ticket that you win for entering your biscuits could get you a brand new Majestic hammock, or
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
yeah, or a Haven tent, or something from UGQ, or hang tight. I mean, just making biscuits turn into this.
Get that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, nice. Love it, love it, love it.
I'm excited to see what people make. I know there'll be some gluten-free entries. There'll be a vegan entry. Uh, there'll be some curveballs. You know, there might be some failures. I told my friend I might trip and fall flat on my face because I've never made biscuits out in the woods before, but I'm doing it this year.
That's gonna be fun. So let's talk about the pantry list we've been mentioning. Tell us what the pantry list is.
The pantry list is a spot for people to sign up and tell us what you're planning to bring to the event for the meals. And there'll be a section for you to put your name down to say, you know what, I'm going to bring some deli meats for the sack lunches to go. And there's even going to be a section right next to your name where you can leave a comment like, I'm going to bring turkey and ham and salami. And these are the three meats that I plan on bringing. So people can get an idea of what's being brought so that they can also choose what they want to bring, and maybe they'll see some things that they wanted to bring that are already signed up for, or maybe they'll see some things that are being brought that they can't have, so they know to sign up and for something that they can have. It's been a great philosophy of Michiligan year over year. Everyone comes together, and as a group, we're able to make meals happen.
And I think it also makes the meals more meaningful whenever everybody's giving something to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very happy that I don't have to worry with that list. It is really difficult to judge how much food people are bringing when nobody signs up until they're on their way to Michiligan.
Mm-hmm. In that pantry list and say what you're bringing. It'll help what's being brought, and it gets people excited about what's going to be happening there. Sign up for something sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So,
we definitely want to make sure all the meals are happening. So
and you'll notice at the bottom of each section is some blank spots. So you can put your name and what you want to bring if it's not on the list.
mm-hmm. If you have something that you think is going to be a great addition to our group meals, then I would love to hear about it.
So we talked about the allergies that people may have.
The food restrictions, I think we just talked about it at the beginning a little bit. When you register, there's a section, I think it might be one of the very last questions, is any dietary restrictions you might have or any food allergies, which we really love to know about because it's going to help us be best prepared for making meals for everybody. Food sensitivities that you have. Like if that means you don't eat meat, then say I'm a vegetarian. If you don't eat meat and dairy, I'm a vegan. I am very familiar with all the kind of restrictions there are, so I want to make sure that we have accommodations for everyone that's with us. When you bring your food, say you're bringing mac and cheese, you'll want to label on the food that you're bringing the allergies that are on there, like wheat and dairy, so that the people with those allergies can know to avoid it.
Yeah.
If it's a known allergy and you know it's in yours, just communicate it. Just let us know.
We're keeping track of that and keeping everybody safe. So definitely appreciate that. I mean, we know there's a lot of stuff changing from the past few years. Why are we doing all these changes in the first place?
Well, a big reason for the changes this year has to do with the feedback that we got from last year, and that's what drove the food menu for me. Another big thing is it's our Decahang, and it's our 10th year of getting together, and I thought it'd be fun to do some extra special things like the walking tacos and the sack lunches to go. Is just
Yeah, if you've never been to Michiligan, this will be the first time that I'm aware of that we've ever offered lunch.
Yeah, and it's just a good time to celebrate. It's also my first year being a food coordinator, and it was some things that I thought would be good additions to incorporate. So you can yell at me about it, but I think everyone's going to really like this. The lunches will be a fun way to walk about and see everyone's gear for the walking tacos. The biscuits and gravy is going to be really unique, and it's going to be incorporating something from other hangs across the nation, which is a really cool experience about dynamic hang events, is the coming together of groups and learning from one another.
Yeah, and that's definitely a great way to put it. Like with it being the Deca hang, and we're trying to make it. I mean, there's hangs that's been going on for a lot longer than Michiligan or Michigan Fall hang, but I mean, we got a chance to grab the 10 years. Like, oh yeah, because we don't think about COVID. COVID was the 2 years. We're not counting in this, but being able to celebrate that with these meals and other activities we have going on that Kelly's talking about. So just like Josh had said, all these changes are based on feedback. So if you like some of those changes, not just with meals, with activities or other things that we're doing, let us know. If you didn't like some of those changes, let us know, politely, preferably.
If you got better ideas,
Please let us know. This hang is for everybody. We want as many people to be enjoying themselves as possible. So yeah, that's a great reason for all these changes. So we talked about the allergies that people may have.
the food restrictions, I think we just talked about it at the beginning a little bit. When you register, there's a section, I think it might be one of the very last questions, is any dietary restrictions you might have or any food allergies, which we really love to know about because it's going to help us be best prepared for making meals for everybody. Food sensitivities that you have. Like if that means you don't eat meat, then say I'm a vegetarian. If you don't eat meat and dairy, I'm a vegan. I am very familiar with all the kind of restrictions there are, so I want to make sure that we have accommodations for everyone that's with us. When you bring your food, say you're bringing mac and cheese, you'll want to label on the food that you're bringing the allergies that are on there, like wheat and dairy, so that the people with those allergies can know to avoid it.
Yeah.
If it's a known allergy and you know it's in yours, just communicate it. Just let us know.
We're keeping track of that and keeping everybody safe. So definitely appreciate that. I mean, we know there's a lot of stuff changing from the past few years. Why are we doing all these changes in the first place?
Well, a big reason for the changes this year has to do with the feedback that we got from last year, and that's what drove the food menu for me. Another big thing is it's our Deca hang, and it's our 10th year of getting together, and I thought it'd be fun to do some extra special things like the walking tacos and the sack lunches to go. Is just
Yeah, if you've never been to Machilian, this will be the first time that I'm aware of that we've ever offered lunch.
Yeah, and it's just a good time to celebrate. It's also my first year being a food coordinator, and it was some things that I thought would be good additions to incorporate. So you can yell at me about it, but I think everyone's going to really like this. The lunches will be a fun way to walk about and see everyone's gear for the walking tacos. The biscuits and gravy is going to be really unique, and it's going to be incorporating something from other hangs across the nation, which is a really cool experience about dynamic hang events, is the coming together of groups and learning from one another.
Yeah, and that's definitely a great way to put it. With it being the Deca hang, and we're trying to make it. I mean, there's hangs that's been going on for a lot longer than Machiligan or Michigan Fall hang, but I mean, we got a chance to grab the 10 years. Like, oh yeah, because we don't think about COVID. COVID was the 2 years. We're not counting in this. But being able to celebrate that with these meals and other activities we have going on that Kelly's talking about. So just like Josh had said, all these changes are based on feedback. So if you like some of those changes, not just with meals, with activities or other things that we're doing, let us know. If you didn't like some of those changes, let us know, politely, preferably.
If you got better ideas,
please let us know. This hang is for everybody. We want as many people to be enjoying themselves as possible. So yeah, that's a great reason for all these changes. Alright, well Josh, is there anything else you want to add to?
No, thanks for letting me be a part of the core team and let me run with some of my ideas and wrangle me in on some of my wild ideas and less excited about this year's Machiligan 10th Deca hang.
We are extremely excited to have you on board because you're such an approachable person and willing to, roll up your sleeves and get into it. I think you are the perfect person for this job.
Let's hope it all stays together.
Have no doubt that it will go off smoothly.
And just like cast iron, we get better with every season.
Exactly.
So this will be the first.
That. I love that so much.
It's going to keep getting better because I definitely had a good time planning it this year. It was a little bit more involved than I thought it was. I'm going to be honest. When I just raised my hand at my first ever Machiligan and said, yeah, I'll be the food director, coordinator, whatever, I had no idea it would take up every week of the year. It was on my mind. It was constantly something I was like, what if we did this? What if it went like that?
Those kind of
what
things
if we
are
did
fun.
that?
Having all these ideas is fun.
Yeah.
But trying to hone it in, as the closer you get, does get stressful. And you, Kelly, Ted, they all make sacrifices to make sure this is a great hang for people. I couldn't ask for a better team. Everybody's perfectly suited for their position. So, thanks again, Josh. I'm glad I was able to find you in the woods here.
Yeah.
You and Tom over here just hanging out. Who would thought I was stumbled upon you?
Running away. Hiding from the world.
In the middle of the city.
In the middle of the bustling city.
All right, we'll see you at Machiligan.
See you at Machiligan.